Barbie! I told you to wait in the dream house.
Boys, avenge me! Avenge me! Avengers!
Bazinga.
Scruffy-looking nerf herders.
Ethan Hunt contacted you?
I am good, Rooster. I'm very good.
So you are Yoi, the trainer who trains.
Gonzo the Great will ride this baby again.
Hello and welcome to episode 44 of the Real Serious Podcast. We're doing something very special today. Let me tell you. First and foremost, it is Sunday. We always record on Sundays, but the Penguins season finale is tonight. So we're doing a two-parter recording-wise. So you're hearing this Tuesday, different day for us. We'll be back to Monday next week. But first, how are we doing, boys? What's up?
Good. I'm now realizing, I didn't realize this before, that I'm holding an aloe plant right now. That our display, our cover, whatever, it has the 0 in front of the 44, as if we knew we were going to get into triple digits. So that kind of.
Oh, I did that from the beginning. Our first episode was 001. Yeah.
I think I noticed that at the beginning, and then I was like, "Oh, haha, okay, good one, Hunter." But now it's actually
maybe when we
like
hit 100. I'll do a 0 in front of that too. Just keep putting zeros in front of it.
Goodness. Goodness.
Never-ending cycle.
It is crazy. We're at 44 already. It doesn't feel like that.
It also took me this
I think
long
we're just
to
hitting a
realize
groove.
I can full screen this. So I've always just had like the little box in the corner of all of us three, and then like the chat, and
Yeah,
so yeah. But
the
to
chat
answer
we
your
never
question-
use.
well, I've used it, and Jack has responded before.
Oh, I've never even opened it.
Okay.
I got you.
That's my
But to
bad.
answer your question, I'm good.
Awesome. Jack, how are you first before I ask you boys about the Colts?
Good.
Jesus.
Honestly, the week was pretty hectic. A lot going on. Had some friends come in town this weekend for the game, so very stressful game last night. But
Yeah,
we got the dub. That's all that matters. So just push
that's a good
through.
lesson for the Hoosiers. We are now number 5 in the nation. The
How
Indiana
about it?
Hoosiers. Never thought I'd see the day.
Unreal.
I
Unreal.
hope we give Sig all of the money.
Yeah,
I
we
think
need
we
to.
will.
Any
If
money,
he leaves, I may never recover.
like give it all to him. Anything he asks, give it all. I'm not.
Actually,
I am-
No, I'm with you. We have to. Like,
I'm
you can't-
pumped. I think the team got like the message that they needed to.
Yeah.
That obviously we've been kicking butt all season, but I think obviously this Michigan team, they're not like a great team, but they're a good team. They're a solid team. And it's like we got to fix some things before we play Ohio State. So we got to make sure we're at our top form before we
Having
go
the
off
bye
the
is
field.
very impactful. The bye is
100%.
gonna be huge.
Mhm.
But then the Colts.
we don't really have to talk
Tough
about
day.
them. You know, we can just like skip over
Listen,
that.
here's my thought. Ready? Now you put back Anthony Richardson. He should start. Rest of the year start. You're not playing for anything. You need to see what you got.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think in the past I was fine with them playing Flacco because I think management felt like, oh, this team can win
Yeah.
with Flacco in.
I
you
think
know,
we all thought
and-
that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I
I'm there
felt
too.
like that too.
I was there too,
Yeah.
but I think now, I mean, to be fair, we did lose back-to-back games to teams that are both 7-2.
Yeah, but the Vikings are not a good 7-2 team.
The Vikings are a bad 7-2.
I
They are
agree.
not a good team.
Somehow they're getting worse every
no.
game.
Nonetheless,
Yeah.
they're 7-2.
Like they went
They're
against
winning games.
the second worst pass defense today and scored 4 field goals. And they have the best
No, I
receiver
know.
in the NFL.
I
They
got
won.
Jay Jettis. Trust me, I was
They won.
frustrated. As a fantasy
did.
owner, I was not happy. As a Josh Downs fantasy owner, I'm always satisfied, especially when Flacco's in. So I don't know.
That's true.
Obviously, I want him to put in AR, to be honest, because I think not that this season's a lost cause, but I think that we're definitely in.
You need to know what you got. You need to know what you paid for.
I'm gonna say, look, let's play him, and if for the rest of the season he sucks, that's fine. Then we can bench him. But I think we didn't give him long enough when he was healthy, which that's a whole nother conversation. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the Lions play tonight, so we can't really talk about it because we're recording now. They haven't played
need
yet.
Laporta to
Please.
ball out.
Please beat them.
I would like to,
Please.
very badly.
Please.
All right. What have we been watching? This is the first week in a while that I will not say I watched an episode of Agatha. So that's pretty awesome. But who wants to go first? Anybody?
I've got a stat. Well, okay, Jack, you can go first.
Mine's pretty short. I don't know if I said this last week. Me and my roommate watched the season finale of season 2 for Sopranos. Maybe I said that last week. I don't remember.
Yeah. Woke up this morning.
Obviously watched The Penguin. Watched Eyes Wide Shut. Talk about that later or now.
Maybe. I think now. We'll talk about it now.
Now.
We'll do a quick
Yeah.
review.
Yeah, now I liked it. I think the movie has some pretty good suspense. I think that the entire time I'm more intrigued by the mystery of the entire movie as opposed to maybe some of the actual content or some of the actual plot that takes place.
Yeah.
I did do some digging after I watched this movie because when I finished it, I was like, something just feels off. I feel like there's just something that's missing from this movie. And apparently there's like footage from Kubrick that never actually got shown for this movie.
Correct. And it
Right?
also seems to be like there's like a whole rumor thing about his death, which is very weird and all that other stuff. There's a lot of behind the scenes in this movie that is literally could be a movie itself. I am way higher on it than you are. I gave it 4 stars. And like I really liked it. I think Tom Cruise's performance is really, really strong here. Like one of
No,
his
his is good. I gave it 4. I gave it 4 stars as well.
Oh, what? I thought you gave it like 3. Okay.
No,
I don't know what I was
it's
looking at.
something else. That's something else.
Oh,
you're gonna say.
I saw Clockwork. That's what I saw.
Yeah. So I watched Eyes Wide Shut, and it kind of made me say like, okay, I haven't seen a lot of Kubrick. I've obviously seen A Space Odyssey, which I really like that. I don't like love it, but I definitely see how it influenced a lot of movies down the line. His production is always like to the max. Like he always makes sure that like if there needs to be an extra scene in this space, like they're not just gonna bum it out and make it look like it's always every detail is down to the T. So I really appreciate that about his movies. But after watching Eyes Wide Shut, I was like, that was pretty good. I like that. And then A Clockwork Orange was one that, a bunch of people that I know have said a lot of great things about. I watched it. I see where they're coming from, but personally, I just don't think this movie was for me. I think that there
Canceled.
was
Not a film, bro. You're done. Yeah, you gotta take away your AMC A-list stubs card.
like genuinely, I think Kubrick. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna debate that he's one of the most influential like filmmakers of all time. Like that's not up for debate. But I think this movie itself, and it sounds like it's very controversial to the majority of moviegoers. I don't know. It just sounded like it was either this or Eyes Wide Shut. I guess. I don't know. But I didn't love this movie. I think it showed some things that, like, look, when I watch a movie, if it makes me uncomfortable to a certain extent, I'm kind of like cool with it. It just kind of depends what uncomfortable we reach. And I think this one kind of reached a point where I was like, I genuinely feel a little bit too uncomfortable watching this movie. So I ended up giving that 2.5 stars. Just thematically and the entire like plot of the story I was interested in, but I think some of the details they could have done without going to the extent that they did. Sorry, that was a long ramble, but
No, you're good.
I feel like a 2.5 stars for a Kubrick movie, I feel like needs a lot of explaining.
You got to back it up.
Yeah.
I had a great week of movies. So I started off strong with The Karate Kid. Gave that 4 stars. I was
And you have
pumped.
a spinning DVD player.
Yes, I do. I got one. So whenever I'm watching now, I put on that, and it's like, I mean, I'm just living the best life. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I got my Lucky Lions pajamas to put on in a little bit. So for the game, right back there, a little sneak preview for my later on this evening. So start off with Karate Kid. I mean, the week is off to a great start. Then I did Eyes Wide Shut, which I gave 4 stars. I like a lot. I do have some issues with it as well, but overall, I think it is very strong. I mean, I'll be honest, like the messaging is like a brick to the forehead. Like I get it, but like I think it still works really, really well.
Mhm.
Then I watched Shawshank Redemption, which might be one of the perfect films ever. Like I gave that 5 stars. Like it is just incredible. I always forget how sad it is when Brooks leaves and then
Yeah.
he just doesn't want to be on the outside. Like I always forget, and it hits me every single time.
Mhm.
And then on the 8th, I did a double feature. 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. I watched Anora, the new release. Anora, the big Oscars buzz around it. Mikey Madison's big performance here. I liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I think it is a very strong. No, I think it is a good movie with a very strong performance in it. There is a point in this movie, without spoilers, so I do think you guys should see it. The first hour is one way, and then there's a big change in the middle. And then the second half is very different. There's a good 30-minute section here where it feels like you're following the villains from Home Alone 3. And it really took me out of the movie. And so if you've seen Home Alone 3, I feel like you know that it was just it's a very weird comp, but like it is a very, I don't know. But then I finished my week of great movies with Interstellar, and I gave that 5 stars, and it keeps getting better every time I see it. Man, it's so good. It's just so good. I think it might be Nolan's best. Like I really do. Oppenheimer, it might be Oppenheimer. I got to do like a Nolan like day or something. No, that'd be too much. Like a Nolan
Get
week.
tickets for the re-release. Get tickets for the re-release.
I did look. I'd have to drive like 2 hours.
Well,
I might do that.
The thing is, they're gonna have like more tickets too, because if they sell out of tickets for a certain showtime, like I'm sure they're gonna release more.
Yeah, but the
That's
issue
what
is
they
like
did.
there's no other screen within 2 hours of me that's doing it. Like I had to drive
Okay.
40 minutes to go see Anora at like a smaller theater, which I had no issue with because it was a nice theater, but it was just kind of annoying. Yeah, man, Interstellar might be my favorite. No, it's
I think it's
Oppenheimer.
mine. I think mine's Interstellar.
I'm just so torn here.
Mine's probably mine's probably Interstellar.
Everyone's forgetting the Dark Knight.
Oh, I didn't.
I'm
Probably
joking.
still Interstellar.
Anora, and then Anora, I'm gonna see it this week. It's coming to the Bloomington AMC
Nice.
this
Yeah,
weekend. So
I liked your thoughts on
see
it. I would like reading a lot of different Letterboxd reviews, and people seem to either love it or like they're kind of where I'm at, where it's
Yeah.
like I think it's really solid. It's just it isn't like this. Wow, look at this moment in movies. It never hits that level.
But it
Like
seems
Madsen's
like
performance is that level. I think she's incredible here.
I've heard it's almost like a lock for her.
I think the nomination for sure. I don't know if she's gonna win. This
Okay.
is like a very okay. So that's where the politics of the Academy comes in, because this is a very big nomination, but the politics of the Academy tells me she will not win. This feels like a year where someone else might win. Speaking of someone else, it might be Nicole Kidman for that weird domination movie that's like Christmas time. You know what I'm talking about? We talked about
I
last
don't
week.
know. I don't know.
Listen, if that's this level of good, that's the one they give Nicole. Because see, Oscars are like this too. You may not earn it for the movie you did it, like had it in. You earn
Yeah.
it for your career, and that seems like the Nicole Kidman. But that might not be a good movie. I don't know. I'm just kind of let's see. Is there an Oscars 2025?
Well, Nicole Kidman already has an Oscar, right?
I think so.
I think she has at
Here,
least
wait.
one, right?
Here we go. I'm on the sports books right now for so best actress right now is Mikey Madison for Anora. Best picture is Anora, which hate to tell you should not win best picture. Like I'll just be honest, it should not. The Brutalist is the other one that's getting all the Oscars buzz like right here. So I guess we have to go see the movie with the intermission.
I'm cool with
Charlie
that. I'm all
hates
in.
that.
Charlie
Not hates that.
Charlie's not going. He's
Charlie's gonna
sit
watch Family Guy on the bottom screen. Movie boring.
No,
God,
I kind of the intermission I don't hate because I really like the idea of going and getting some like gummy bears in the middle of a movie. When I did it in New
it'd
York,
be nice if I could order stuff for the intermission to come. That'd be cool.
oh god,
Some theaters do that. I want to say you can
like-
order food.
like I'd pre-order it and like no, I'd pre-order it and then like I get up and like I go out and it's already sitting there ready for me. I don't have to go stand in line.
Or
I don't
there's
wanna
like
stand in
someone
line.
that comes up and is like, "Sir, you're gummy bears." And you're like,
Yeah.
It's
Now
like-
see, now we're talking.
It's like an Eyes Wide Shut. They come up to you and they're like, "Sir, your
wow.
your taxi driver is here."
Demi Moore. See, this is the one. Hang on, I found the one. That's gonna be the politics play for the Oscars. Demi Moore for the substance. That might be the one. That
don't
could be the
know.
one that pushes. I'm telling you.
I still need to watch the substance. I still need to see the substance.
Same
Yeah.
way that Leonardo DiCaprio won his Oscar for The Revenant, not his best performance, but he earned it. He finally earned it in the eyes of the Academy.
Who I can't remember. Sorry, I know this is completely off track, but who won the Oscar when Andrew Garfield should have won for Tick Tick Boom?
Oh,
I'm
dude, the one that makes me
2020.
the one that makes me the most
2020?
mad was
There's 21.
when what's his name won for Bohemian Rhapsody. Still annoys me. Joaquin Phoenix won for Joker in 2020. So let's go.
Oh, it's
to 2021.
2020.
Wait, 2021
I'm checking right now.
Oscar.
2021 Oscars was Anthony Hopkins for The Father, but I'm not seeing him even nominated for this category in 2020. You sure it was 2021?
Wait, let me look. I think it was 2021. Or
I think
is it
I thought it came out in
22?
2021. Oh.
22.
22.
So the winner was Will Smith for King Richard.
See, that's another
No,
one.
I
He
agree.
earned
I
it.
agree.
They
That's what it
do
is.
this a lot. They do this a lot.
Yeah.
Is that when he
I mean,
slapped,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. what a wind out of the sails moment for him.
Keep my
See-
wife's name out.
Oh, dude, that was insane. I kind of forgot
Yeah.
that happened.
How do you
Yeah, me too.
really? I feel like I
Like,
think
it
about
was-
that like once a month.
See, I don't, and then you say it, and then I remember it. See, like in the same way. All right, here's a great example of again. Robert Downey Jr. winning for Oppenheimer. The reason he won that is because it was him turning his back on the Marvel and welcome back to Hollywood.
Now he's going
And then
back.
he-
Just for him
Yeah,
to go back.
He tricked everybody. He tricked them all. All right,
Spins
Chuck.
him.
What do you got?
I watched The Martian. 4 stars.
Yeah.
That is all I watched.
One movie, one
I-
banger. That's all you need.
I also watched the second half of Good Will Hunting. I walked out of my room and my roommate was watching Good Will Hunting, so I joined him because that's my second favorite movie, and I'm gonna watch Good Will Hunting if it's on the TV. But yeah, I didn't have a ton of time this week to watch movies, so I'm sorry. But I'm catching up on The Penguin, and I'll be good. I should be good for the finale. Also, I went thrifting and flea marketing this weekend.
Oh my goodness.
It's still in packaging.
Yep, I'm thinking this guy won. I'm thinking
$3.
Pretty cool.
For those not watching, it was a sealed Blu-ray of The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey. Unfortunately, it wasn't the one that has a little Lego Bilbo, but I'll take it.
Can I give some breaking news real fast, which is perfect for us? Apparently, thank you. Apparently, the first trailer for Mission Impossible 8 releases tomorrow. So if it does, we will review it before we talk about the Penguin. So just this is either great radio or really bad, where people are like, these idiots, they thought the Mission Impossible trailer was going to release, and it just never did. Yes, Jack, I can pick on you.
Sorry. What happens if we record before Monday Night Football and they release it for Monday Night Football?
We can't. We won't, though, because it won't be till about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because of Charles. So
Yeah,
will be
hopefully.
that makes sense.
Hopefully.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Good.
we're recording.
Well,
Worst case scenario, it's 11.
I will hopefully. I will hopefully.
Well, yeah.
The good thing is, no matter what, if the trailer comes out tomorrow,
We will talk about it.
know. We will know.
And this guy, Chuck's going to go, excuse me, I have to leave work. I have a podcast to record. And they'll let him leave because they know.
And you're like, sir, do you have a conflict of interest? At
And
work?"
then as he's walking out, they'll all clap for him because they know what's coming. They're all big fans of the pod. Yeah, Chuck's office is big. Listen,
Like high fives down the
on the way
down
out.
the office row. It's like
Boom, 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 boom.
Yep. That'll happen.
I like to imagine your office is like the Wolf of Wall Street office, where your guys are just having like the craziest time.
Is
It's
far
definitely
from that.
not. It's very boring, I
Very
bet.
far
But
from that. It's not boring. It's just
yeah, but it's
like
just in comparison.
it's pretty laid back.
professional.
Yeah, professional.
Very professional.
You guys are just maximizing shareholder value every single day.
Yeah.
That's- Yeah.
Speaking of
like-
professional, I also got some sweaters this weekend when I was thrifting.
All right.
I got a cashmere sweater.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Look at
Yeah.
this guy.
$7.
Didn't know we made it to that point in life. I'm ready
Yeah.
for it though.
When did a nitwit like you get so tasteful?
This first piece of okay, getting into news.
What a great quote.
I've been very excited for this first piece of news all week. It is the antithesis of what this podcast is all about. Bob the Builder, live action movie, starring, drumroll, Anthony Ramos. Chuck, are we ready? Are we ready, Charles, for Anthony Ramos, Bob the Builder, produced by Jennifer Lopez? Come on, give me something here.
You could
Bob the Builder.
Blech. Blech. I bet my fracking Bob the Builder video from I think episode 2 will be better than anything that Jennifer Lopez produces with Anthony Ramos.
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Fracker.
It'd be kind
To
of
be
funny
complete-
if Bob had to deal with like the bureaucracy of trying to get permits to do a job, but he just can't do the whole movie.
Like you get so tasteful. I can't get over that.
You-
That was so funny.
You could have told me that Jennifer Lopez was a part of the Bob the Builder movie, and I would have been out on it. You know, but like now that
Yeah.
Anthony Ramos is a part of it, I have to go see this movie.
I have to be in.
I
on it.
have to go see this movie.
This is the next Harold and the Purple Crayon.
No, that's exactly what popped in my head when you said this is coming out. I think there's got to be a bigger buzz for Bob the Builder, though, right?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be big.
Like,
This is
100%,
gonna
like-
be a big movie.
Like Harold was just a book, which I would argue the majority of people that read that book were people that were like our age when we were
Yeah.
kids.
I think so.
So I feel like they maybe, I don't know. Either way.
I was always a handy mandy man myself. I'll be honest.
Oh,
I was
Really?
never a big Bob the Builder guy. I always liked Handy Manny more.
Handy Manny. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
I haven't heard those name around these parts. Man, he's got his IMDb upcoming. It's not great.
Handy Manny.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh.
All right. Next piece of news: Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy, it doesn't matter, and Hugh Jackman are coming back together to do something. Not Deadpool Wolverine 2, but something.
probably Night at the Museum prequel.
Now,
Because
hang
that's what Sean Levy produced.
hang on. That sounds awesome.
I said it like 10 episodes ago. I think Sean Levy is like the greatest 3-star movie producer or director of all time.
He does have some absolute 3-star bangers.
Pink Panther
Adam
movies,
Project, which is not a
Night at the
3-star, by the
Museums.
way.
Cheaper by the Dozen. Phenomenal.
Free Guy, The Adam Project, The Internship, Date Night, Real Steel,
The Internship 2. Oh my
Cheaper by the
goodness.
Dozen.
Yep.
This is awesome. He also
That's what I'm
directed some of the
saying.
best episodes of Stranger Things. So good for this
Oh,
guy.
really? Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm
He
fired up.
did the
for that.
episode of the what's it? The Running Up That Hill. Remember that song? Remember that summer of that song? That was him.
Oh, I was thinking of a different song at the end of season 3 when Dustin and his girlfriend are singing.
Oh, they're in my dream.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that song. While like there's people getting murdered in the background and they're just
Yep.
singing. Yeah.
Yep.
Season 3, not a good season. I'll be honest. Like fun vibes, the summer season, but like in comparison to season 1, Stranger Things for
Okay,
me goes season 1 high, season 2 not great, season 3 is better than 2 but not season 1, season 4 we're back.
I have the exact same order.
Okay.
Season 2
There
is
we
the
go.
weakest. Season 1
Yep.
is good because it took the world by storm. Like everyone was in on it.
Yeah.
And season 4 was great as well. But I think season 3 is very good.
I agree with you. I like season 3. Immaculate
Also-
vibes.
Yeah. I meant to say this when I was going through my movies. Have you guys compared our backgrounds?
Yeah. They're very different.
It kind of bums me out when I see
You need to
like,
get something
hunters,
on your wall.
and it's so cozy and awesome. And then Jack, you've got some action there too. And it's just a white wall.
How about this? How about you send me and Hunter your address, and we'll buy a random poster, and you have to put it up.
Yeah, whatever it is.
It's just gonna be an Anthony
whatever-
Ramos poster.
Oh my God.
It'll be
I
that
would-
one
I
we
would-
made of him as
I'd
Lord of
sleep
the
on the
Rings.
couch. I
It'll
would sleep
be
on the
all-
couch every night. I wouldn't want to look at that. I would be so angry.
We need to do an Anthony
Oh.
Ramos draft of our favorite moments by Anthony Ramos. Oh my God. I'm gonna tweet at him every day until he comes in the pod.
I'll be conveniently busy that day.
That'll be
He can
great.
play you. He can play you for the day.
Yeah. He's such a good actor. He'll be able to. All right. Michael Jackson biopic was supposed to come out, I think, April 18th, has now been delayed to October 3rd, 2025. It will now release on my 24th
Birthday.
birthday. I will be 24 years old when Michael Jackson movie drops. Insane that I'll be 24, first of all. And second of all, why are we delaying this movie? April seems like a great date for this movie. I was ready for it.
What's the difference between April and October?
6 months.
Yeah, but like, okay, never mind.
I don't know. I was kind of pumped for this as like a beginning of the year. Hang on, let me
An
check. when
ISS?
Elvis came out. Yeah. An
Jack, did you see
When did Elvis come
ISS?
out?
No, that's the
Oh, it
space
was
movie,
so
right?
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I-
saw it on. I think it was like college football playoffs last year. I saw trailers for it. And I was like, wow,
we gotta go to this.
this looks pretty good, Hunter. We
We
should
gotta
we should
go.
go look at. Then we went and it was terrible.
It was not good. Oh, I forgot how. Okay, April. Let me drop to you what's coming out April. Maybe this will explain why it's getting delayed. So beginning of April, Minecraft, April 4th. April 11th, a Disney movie, The Amateur, and then April 18th, the Michael Jackson movie was supposed to release the same day as The Passion of the Christ 2 Resurrection, which I forgot this was coming. I didn't forget that was a movie. But you know why I think it got delayed? It was worried about what's coming after it. After it is The Accountant 2. So like that's
Oh.
why it got delayed. Yeah.
That'll get all the money. Yeah,
Yep. I'm ready to give all of the money to The Accountant 2.
all the parents in the world are going to see The Accountant 2 that weekend.
Yeah, sorry we're all busy. It's the biggest babysitter weekend of the year, right there.
Maybe it'll
And then
inspire
an
a new movie similar to The Accountant, but called The Babysitter.
Yeah, and it's just a babysitter. Like
And
there's
that's
nothing
all
else.
Vin
There's nothing
Diesel?
exciting happening. It's the Passion of the Christ one is Jim Caviezel, yeah, and Mel Gibson.
No, doesn't Vin Diesel have a movie called The Babysitter or something like that? What's it called?
Oh no, he's the pacifier.
Pacifier.
Yeah,
Either way.
pacifier rocks.
Same
That's an
same
all-
idea though. Same idea. It's the accountant, but a babysitter.
Jason,
Yeah.
Jason Statham can play the babysitter, and it'll just be the
So-
beekeeper, but it's a babysitter.
Wow, this is so. In now October 2025, we're gonna get Mortal Kombat 2, The Black Phone 2, Tron Ares, and the Michael Jackson biopic. All right, October packed. Not really.
Fired up.
Fired up. Count me. Can we just fast forward already to October? All right. This next piece of news, I was shocked reading because I was like, why even say this? The Legend of Zelda live action will release before 2030. Why even say why even say it? Just don't say anything.
They're trying to
That's
build
so
up
funny.
anticipation.
They're like, hey, see you in about 5 years.
I hope it comes out December of 2024 or 2029.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be like the best part.
They're like, hey, we told you.
before 2030. Why even do put
Sleepy
yourself
guy.
on that thing?
He's a sleepy guy.
Oh, he is sleepy.
Jack had a
It's only
big
7.
yawn.
I'm kind of pumped for this Zelda movie though. I'm pretty excited. We'll be like 30 when it comes out, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh my
You'll be
God.
taking the kids to go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be on like Avengers Secret Wars crossing over with the DC universe, but then Zelda's like, "We're here. We finally made it."
Maybe they'll
Fair
be in
enough.
the Marvel universe as well.
Well, yeah, the hierarchy of the DC universe has been changed so much that now Zelda's in it. Thanks to Callum Drift. Oh man. Oh,
What's the?
Swallowed
I
Ice.
keep forgetting. What's the polar bear's name again? Bruno.
Oh no, it's worse. It's worse. Hang on. Red One. my most recent search: Callum Drift Red One.
I feel like you do this every week.
Red
Why
One.
can't I remember?
Polar bear. Okay. Garcia.
It gets better every time.
Yeah, so it's Jack O'Malley, Callum Drift, and Garcia. Cannot wait for next week. I'm so excited.
I feel like those are names that I would like if I was writing my own movie when I was like 7. I feel like that's like the names I would have came up with.
Oh yeah.
That's like Michael Scott's play or story that he wrote.
Yeah. What Threat Level Midnight?
Threat Midnight. Callum Drift.
Callum Drift. And then there's also Zoe Harlow is one of the other heroes. So
No,
pretty
that's not
pumped.
as good of a name.
I got my tickets already, so I'm ready to go.
Is there a popcorn bucket?
Yeah, it's a sleigh.
Ooh,
Pretty
that'll
awesome.
look great on my desk next week.
Let's be honest.
Now that's the
That-
thing you should pin to the wall behind you. Just that. Or you should ask you should ask the theater for that big standee of all of the Red One characters and put that on the wall behind you.
Oh yeah, that's
The one
that's
that Jack
great.
took a picture in front of.
Let's be real. That's not functional though. Like, there's nothing functional about that popcorn bucket.
Are you looking at it right now?
Since when are
Oh,
we
no,
judging
I've
popcorn
seen it.
buckets based off of functionality?
The new one that I sent you guys for Captain America 4
Hey.
looks pretty awesome.
Like,
I don't know
look,
where the
let's be-
popcorn goes,
let's-
but like it looks awesome.
Let's be real. If you want to take the top off for the Doom popcorn bucket, it's still a popcorn bucket, but it's also can be a display. Same goes
Yeah.
for the Wolverine. But like this is like a small little container that is just basically like the bag, Santa's bag in his sleigh, right? I mean, it looks tiny.
I don't understand where the
be real.
popcorn goes in the Captain America one.
I could eat 5. I could eat 5 of the of these popcorn buckets before the movie even starts.
I'm
Like,
looking
it's
at the
not
Red
packing
One
anything.
merchandise right now. You can get a phone case with the Santa Claus from Red One.
Oh,
Oh, they have an Amazon exclusive toy pack to get all of the characters. Should we get?
can't wait
oh,
to.
hang on,
not-
boys. Hang on. Hang on. The Callum Drift Funko Pop is 8% off.
8%.
It's only $11.99. We might
So
have
it's
to
what,
all get
70
the
cents?
Callum Drift Red One Funko
Discount.
Pop.
Wait, this popcorn bucket, the sleigh is like really intricate. Like there are little seats in there
There's
too.
So much. There's so much T-shirt and merch for this movie. They think this thing's going to be huge.
I hope it is.
I hope it is. Oh, okay. Hang on. Should we all get a T-shirt with Jack O'Malley on it that says Level 4 Naughty Lister? I mean, Level 4 Naughty Lister that's intense. I can't wait I'm so excited for next week. Oh man, I can't wait. All right, next piece of news. We're getting distracted by Callum Drift and his beautiful, just amazing
Popcorn buckets.
elf-like qualities. Mickey 17 got delayed. Supposed to come out in January. It's getting delayed now until April, which stinks. Actually, it's taking the April 18th date. It's going up against The Accountant.
Maybe that's
Oh.
why it makes it that. Maybe that's why they switched it.
They just pushed both back, probably.
Or like,
Yeah, they
like
just flipped them.
I'm kind of upset about this. I mean, obviously, delay it and like, I mean, everything's probably done. They're probably just making like small, like really small changes to it at this point. Like, or maybe they just want a different date. Either way, I was honestly excited for this in January because January is normally like, like it's just kind of some hot garbage. So I was,
Whoa.
ISS.
Awesome.
Beekeeper was
kind of
also
excited.
January.
all
Yeah,
right,
Beekeeper.
come on, man. Let's be real.
Paddington,
Come on.
Paddington 3.
I got you.
Den of Thieves.
Paddington 3.
Den of Thieves. Pantera.
I'm just saying, historically, normally, like January has been kind of a slower month. So I was.
I'm with you.
This was a movie I was very much like. I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to Paddington, even though I haven't seen any of the movies yet.
Wolfman.
Like, point is, I was like, Mickey 17 is 100% a movie I'm going to see in January. That's something I'm excited for. But yeah, I guess it's gonna have to
I'm
wait.
telling you, boys are not ready for Den of Thieves 2. I'm telling
Now
you.
you
Den
can
of Thieves
shift all your
2
excitement to Paddington.
Den of Thieves 2 is going to be the Beekeeper of next year. I'm just putting it out there right now. I'm claiming my stake in it. You're not ready for it.
All right.
All right.
Brad, Jack is exhausted.
Ice Age 6. We're going back. Ice Age 6. The whole cast is coming back. Ray Romano, John Leguizamo, Queen Latifah, Dennis Leary. Are we pumped? And a silence falls over the crowd.
And the crowd goes quiet.
I like the first 3 Ice Ages, I think. 3? I'm trying to remember.
I
There's too
can
many.
confidently say I only remember one Ice Age, and it's Ice Age 1. I don't think I've seen any of the others.
Hang on. The Meltdown, I think, is the more memorable of them.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, dude, the Meltdown is my favorite of them, I think.
I don't think
I
I've
never
seen it.
saw like the later ones with like the aliens and stuff. I never saw that.
There were aliens.
Yeah, I think there's the Ice
My
Age 3
goodness.
is like an alien thing in it. Collision Course. Yeah, Ice Age 3 Collision Course has aliens, and I'm pretty sure.
Woof.
I must have checked out at 2 then. I have
So
no idea. What
The pod is not excited for Ice Age.
Yeah, I guess overall,
July.
Ice Age 2 is not moving the needle. Ice Age 2, though, will come out before Legend of
6?
Zelda.
Ice Age 6.
Ice Age 6. Yeah. 6.
Ice Age 5 was
5.
Collision Course. Yes.
Yeah, so there was Ice Age Ice Age the Meltdown. Yeah, the Meltdown, Dawn of Dinosaurs, Continental Drift, and then Collision Course.
Jeez.
Yeah,
You know,
we're
Collision
so
Course has
back.
an 18 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Some kids are gonna love these though, so who cares? Just not for me.
Yeah, the kids
All
should
these.
be us though. Ice Age 1 came out when we were children. No, before like Ice Age 1 came out when I was 1 year old.
1 year old.
Jack wasn't even alive.
I know.
Jack was
think.
probably alive.
Jack, when is your birthday again?
September 4th.
Jack was not alive.
Oh.
Jack was not alive because it came out March 15th, 2002.
I was hardly alive. Wow.
I know.
All right.
I probably
Next
made
up.
it out for the DVD release though.
Yeah, you were ready for that DVD release. I always liked Sid the Sloth. I was a big Sid the Sloth guy.
I like
All
the
right,
DVD
Wonka 2. Willy Wonka 2. Coming at you. Paul King is writing right now the movie. Chuck, very excited for this.
Is Timothée coming back?
It appears as he is the titular Willy Wonka.
Oh,
I
we're
would
so
say he
back.
was going to
I
return.
loved Wonka.
I think this would be a cool one if it led up to the Gene Wilder movie where like this is him having his factory and then it shows why he kind of hid, right? Because like that's the whole thing in Willy Wonka, I guess Charlie and Chocolate Factory is like Willy Wonka was hidden for so long that no one saw
Yeah.
him. And then he finally did the cool walkout with the cane and flipped over and you're like, this movie's gonna be great.
I feel like it's hard to do that. I mean, obviously they were able to. I mean, regardless, it's a kids movie. Primarily, they're trying to like make it super happy, and I don't know. The first one felt like a warm hug. I don't know if like going the route where it's like he's finding the problems with his factory. You know.
Yeah.
I think it makes it a little interesting in terms of trying to make it a little bit more or as happy and like I don't know. I haven't seen Paddington, but like I'm expecting the Paddington movies to feel like this.
We know you haven't seen Paddington. You don't need to brag about it, this guy.
No, but I'm just saying, like this movie. When I watched this movie, I was like, it felt like a warm hug. You know?
Yeah,
So,
it's vibes. It's
I'm
extreme
excited
vibes.
for the second one. I definitely think I don't know if we necessarily need it, but I'm for it. I guess.
I liked Wonka quite a bit, so I'm pretty hyped for Wonka.
What was that face, Chug?
Take it back right now. No, I get it.
Don't you ever say anything bad about Wonka ever again.
No, I liked it. I really liked it. I don't know if I'd be like, oh, it needs a second one. You know?
I will say though, if I ever rewatch Wonka 1, I will be skipping the giraffe song. I'll just say that right now. I'll fast
Noodle
forward that
Noodle.
part. Yeah, I'm skipping it. I'm skipping it. It's the worst part of that whole movie.
Brother.
Noodle, noodle, apple strudel. It's like, all right, no, we're good.
People don't.
I'm
and some
good.
people doodle. Snakes,
No,
flamingo.
I don't need it.
He's got it down.
Bears and poodles.
Yeah, it's on. It's gonna be on Spotify Rap.
Honestly, it probably will be. I listened to that soundtrack religiously for like a month and a half.
It was good.
Anyway,
Yeah, Wonka.
neither here nor
What
there.
did I give Wonka? I gave it 3.5 stars. I liked
I
Wonka.
think I gave it
Yeah.
4.
All right, we're gonna go with this piece next. Zendaya and Anne Hathaway are joining Christopher Nolan's next movie. So now Zendaya and Tom Holland, back-to-back weeks, will be in Spider-Man 4 and Christopher Nolan's next movie. That is like the coolest thing ever. Like power couple to the extreme.
Also, Anne Hathaway is very popular in this this Nolan.
The
universe.
Nolan verse.
Yeah.
This will be number 3 for them getting together. Same with Matt Damon, number 3 for them getting together in a movie. Oh, Charlie's thinking about it right now. Let's see if he can put it together.
Hold on.
Okay, name them all. Come on, Chuck, you got this.
I just had it.
Well, give me one. Give me one.
Wait, I was just thinking. Why can't I think of it now?
The easiest one. You can look at Jack and get a hint.
Wait a minute. What was he in Oppenheimer?
No, wait. Oh, Charles, come on. He's the general. He's the
Oh,
main
that's
general
right.
who does Los
And he's
Alamos.
in
This movie,
Interstellar.
this is the most important.
And he's in
important thing in the history
Interstellar.
of
And he's in
mankind.
Interstellar. Yes.
Yeah.
So this will be number 3
Dang.
for them. But yeah, no, this more I hear about this movie, the more excited I am for it. So I mean, just
Then I
give
want
me
to say
all of this movie.
I saw Lupita Nyong'o also join the cast.
Seriously,
Yeah,
we just stay winning. This is,
Yeah,
I mean, just
I mean-
all right.
I
This
mean the
is the
cast.
greatest day.
I was already pumped when it was Holland and Damon, but now it's just turning into Oppenheimer 2.0 in terms of casting. You know, like let's just assemble an all-time cast and just make a good movie.
I'm so ready for this. Cannot wait.
I'm pumped.
All right. So the last little bits of news mainly came. Well, actually, they did both come from D23 Brazil. So first up was Avatar: Fire and Ash. Got our first little tease, which is on the Instagram right now. Selfish plug. Go look at the Instagram for some cool art from it. So now they're going to meet the Fire Kingdom, which apparently live near a volcano and use, I guess, the sky to travel and like these blimp things. Listen, I went from an Avatar, I liked Avatar, to being an Avatar hater, to now being fully reborn as a Na'vi, and I am ready to go. Like, I am ready to roll as Avatar. Like, James Cameron, just give me what you got. I'm fully in. I'm ready to go back to Pandora.
Yeah.
Love Avatar.
Yeah. I didn't really
Yeah,
get
he's
it
in.
until I watched them, and yeah, they're pretty
They
good.
pull you in.
They're
They
pretty
pull you
good.
in.
I don't know what it
They're
is
really
that make them so good. But I
the
gave
music
The Way of Water, I gave it 5. And I'm pretty
Yeah, The Way of Water
conservative
is.
with those 5 stars. So
I give it
Yeah,
4.5.
The crazy thing is, I don't think these like the stories themselves are anything like insane, but it's absolutely just beautiful. Like the entire time from
Mhm.
start to finish, it's just like so aesthetically pleasing to watch.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Just from the art, it's so cool to just see the vision that he has for this world, and just to see him like fully play that out in the theaters is just so cool.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So there's
Love
going to be
to see him.
5 avatars apparently. So there's going to be so Avatar 3 was called The Seed Bearer. Now it's Fire and Ash. Coming
Good
out
change.
Christmas. I agree. Good change.
Good change.
Coming out Christmas 2025. Then there's the Tolkien Rider.
Wait, the what? The what?
Not spelled the same.
J.R.R. Tolkien writer.
Nope.
That's what I'm hearing.
Which is coming out in 2020. Oh, this is it. The race is on. What finishes first? Does Avatar finish as a franchise, or do we get
J.R.R.
The Legend
Tolkien.
of Zelda? That's going to be the race. Can Legend of Zelda come out before Avatar ends? And
I'm gonna say
doesn't look like
it will. It will.
Well, hang on,
This-
because if every movie was delayed from Avatar 3 on by 1 year, because it was so far, Avatar 3 is 2025, Avatar 4 would be 2027, and Avatar 5 would be 2029. So we might have a Christmas 2029 Avatar and The Legend of Zelda.
You know what I'm thinking right now? I'm thinking
What
of,
you
you know that torch passing meme of
Yeah.
like someone handing the torch. I'm imagining that meme, and the person handing it is GTA 6, and the one receiving it
Zelda
is
movie.
the Legend of Zelda movie. I feel
We're
like
getting GTA 6 next summer. So I'm
I
hyped
know.
for that.
So this could become the new meme. Like, oh, we got this before the Legend of Zelda movie.
Can I make a
It
request? I'm going to
won't.
make a request to James Cameron. I'm going to look right down the camera here for this. James, put Henry Cavill in one of these movies as an Avatar. I think that'd be awesome. Like
James, I'm
we
with
have
I'm-
we
I'm
haven't had a
with-
jacked Avatar yet. Like they're all like slim athletic. There's not like
No.
a bulky one.
We should have Henry Cavill, but it's just Henry Cavill. Like he plays himself, and he's not like a.
He plays the
blue at all.
villain. He plays
He's
the
just-
villain. Henry Cavill as the villain would be pretty formidable. I'm not gonna lie. We needed a human villain. We don't have a human villain anymore because what's his name became an Avatar.
And he's
Also,
he's
okay.
still a villain.
Who gets points first? What's the main character's name of Avatar?
I don't know.
Come on. I just thought of it. I just thought of it. Another great movie name.
Jack? No, it's not Jack.
These are the biggest movies of all time. Come on.
I don't.
I'm looking him straight in the eye right now. It is.
Sound it out. You got it. It's the biggest movies of all time.
I don't know. I literally when you said this like 10 minutes ago when you brought up this news piece,
You trying to think of
I
his
was
name?
literally thinking to myself like, God, we just talked about how we don't know their names, and I can't think of it, and I just watched these movies.
Jake Sully.
Jake
Sully.
Sully.
I was on Jay. I was on John.
I was also
Jake
I was
Sully.
thinking Jack.
Jake.
Jake
Jake
Sully.
Sully. Gotta love Jake Sully, baby.
Oh yeah. Jake Sully, our hero.
Don't even
Uh,
ask me.
Kind of
Don't
a
even
bad
ask me anyone else's name in that.
All right.
Kind of
I'm
an
gonna
all-time bad dad though.
No, good dad. Good dad. Jake Sully, good dad. Whoa. Why are we hating on my boy Jake Sully right now?
Because he was mean to his children, and one of them died. And he like blamed his other son.
It was his other son's fault.
Yeah, but you don't
Hand up.
blame your son who just lost his brother. Like, oh, this is your
Yeah, well,
fault.
Gotta tell it like it is.
Tough love, baby.
Yeah, you gotta tell it like it is.
I can tell that I'm in the minority with this opinion,
All right.
so we'll just move on.
I'm gonna read you this hypothetical person's IMDb. Let me read you some things by this person, and then you tell me about your confidence level with them. All right, the writer of Jumper, Sherlock Holmes, X-Men: Days of Future Past, Fantastic Four, the 2015 one, X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men Dark Phoenix, helped co-create Star Wars Rebels.
Stop the count.
Also the producer on The New Mutants, Death of the Nile, Chappie. Thoughts on this person? Positive, negative? How are we feeling?
I know exactly where this is headed.
Oh no!
I know
This
exactly
hang on.
where
Then
this
if I don't think Charles does, so then don't give him a hint. Chuck, we positive, negative.
Like right here, we're like
So
We're closer
like
to
at
a middle thumb.
445. Okay, so
We're
like
close to a
mid.
middle thumb, but also like a downward facing.
Okay, gotcha. So would you give this person the reins to have a new Star Wars trilogy, also known as episodes 10, 11, and 12?
Sure,
Because that's what Disney did. That's what Disney did. Simon Kinberg is going to be in charge of episodes 10, 11, and 12. My goodness, what a choice.
Because that's what everyone was thinking we needed. More Star Wars episodes.
These might be great. I'll be honest, like these might be great. Why though would you set them up from the beginning to fail? Like, you know what Star Wars is, right? It's on a razor's edge of what fans are doing. You need to play the hits. And this is not it. That's
no, sir.
I mean, to be honest, like where I'm already at with Star Wars, like unless they say that Christopher Nolan is going to direct the next 3 Star Wars movies, I'm basically out.
Yeah.
That's where I'm feeling.
Sean Levy. Yeah, not. Yeah, Sean Levy.
I mean, to be honest, I probably would feel the same way, and I really hope these movies are good. I really do, because like I love watching good Star Wars movies or movies that I like enjoy. I just feel like I haven't felt that way in a while, and that's personally why I'm kind of checked out. So I really hope that somebody can bring back some energy into the Star Wars space. I really hope that it can be this individual. My level of faith is not up there, but that's just how I'm feeling.
Yeah, see, I think that what they need to do is turn out a solid 4 out of 5. If you can give me a 4 out of 5 movie, I think you've done a lot to bring back fans. Like, that's why I think the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is a big mistake. Because I just don't see it being that 4 out of 5 movie. I see it being a 3.5. And then also you have the Rey movie that is struggling to get off the ground. Apparently there's a Taika Waititi movie coming. Apparently there is a Sean Levy Star Wars movie coming. Allegedly.
What?
Yeah, no, seriously, there is one coming. It's just, and then also Rian Johnson, after he's done with the Knives Out franchise, is getting his own trilogy, which, hand up, I'm the most excited for out of all of those because I like The Last Jedi. But it's just I don't get it. I don't get what they're doing.
I mean, to be honest with you, the last Star Wars trilogy, I enjoyed it. Like going to the movies was a fun experience.
Agreed. But it doesn't have the longevity that Star Wars.
Sure. And I think that's just kind of hard to beat in general, especially because of how big of an influence those movies had on like an entire generation of people. So I think to try and place that on a new trilogy is just a lot of weight. But still, going to those movies, the fans were amazing. And even though it didn't end the way that I think most of us would have liked it to, the experience in and of itself, I was pleased. So I don't know. Not the worst news I've heard all week. It's not Bob the Builder. Anthony Ramos.
That's so true, Jack. God.
Yeah, you got to compare it all to Anthony Ramos' Bob the Builder movie. I don't know why. Maybe it's my perception of it, but I feel as though Star Wars is like the one franchise out there that any person would want to do. Like, I don't care if you are a Christopher Nolan or like, Steven Spielberg or whatever. I feel like Star Wars is the one that can attract those big names. So why not just let them do what they want to do within the world of Star Wars and be like, don't tie it to anything. Just make your Star Wars. I don't know. Maybe I give them too much credit.
The only comment I have about that is it doesn't seem like people like new things these days. So if you had like Star Wars story,
you could do the Old Republic and be like, here's our new Star Wars. It's the Old Republic.
But people are so locked in on Star Wars, and there's so much literature
I don't
that's
think they
been
are
made about
anymore.
fantasy.
See, that's why I don't think they are. Like the average fan, like people did not watch
Okay.
The Acolyte. They only really watch Mandalorian. Like even Ahsoka didn't do great. It did a lot better, but like not great in numbers. I don't know.
I don't know.
Weird.
There's just people are gonna poke holes in everything. There's a book about everything in Star Wars. People have thought about every single thing, and George Lucas has confirmed some things and denied something. So it's just tricky to navigate all of that because Star Wars fans are really big Star Wars fans and have so much knowledge that they're gonna poke a hole in everything that you do.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Oh, yeah, that's
They
what
can't really win. There was supposed to be a remember a Lando movie, a new Jedi Order movie, a droid movie. So, all right, let's get into trailers. Dear Santa, I just want to start with this because I think it's the least exciting on the list, which is saying something because the next thing we're going to talk about stinks. But a little boy writes a letter to Santa Claus, but somehow can't spell at all, and sends his letter to Satan, who is Jack Black. This trailer looked not great.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm out.
I'm not into this. I'm not into this. But here's my confusion on this. It's rated PG-13. I thought the whole time this was like a PG kids movie, right? Like that's the vibe I got.
Yeah.
It's a PG-13 Paramount Plus, but like I don't get who the audience is supposed to be. I thought it was like little kids being like, "Oh, I'm watching something edgy because I'm like a little kid, but I want to watch edgy stuff." It's just not, I guess.
Yeah, this is gonna
the thing
flop.
for me. There's the scene where the kid asks him. I don't remember what in the trailer he asks him, but he's like, "Kid, are you high?" And I'm just like,
Yeah.
What age group is this for? like the entire trailer, he's writing it out, and I get it, but I don't know. I have no idea who this is for.
Yeah, count me out. This feels like a movie that Travis Kelce would show up in. I'm just going to call that right now. One of the Kelce brothers is in this movie.
We're making a new category. The Kelce brothers will show up in this.
We
movie.
gotta keep a running tally of all these categories.
Yeah, and we'll just do the best ones towards the
What
end.
do we have now? 3.5 star bangers.
Yep.
Kelce brother movies.
Kelce brothers. Maybe we only have 2. Okay, so we
definitely have more than that. We gotta start keeping a list.
Yeah,
because this is just good content. We gotta.
Yeah, we gotta really track this down. All right, I'm skipping that one. We're done with that one. The next one is somehow better, but also worse. Mufasa, the Lion King. No, I don't want it.
You guys think it looks good?
No, it looks worse than the last Lion King.
I think in some shots it looks good, and then other shots it looks so bad.
Like the last Lion King maybe looked too real, and this one just feels fake. If that makes sense. I don't know. It just feels more fake.
It's going to do so poorly in the box office because it's competing against the best movie of the year,
Sonic 3.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, hang on. What are you thinking of? Oh, Lord of the Rings. You're thinking of Lord of the Rings. Yeah, you're thinking of Lord of the Rings.
I think that these movies should have been animated. And I know they tried to, like the Lion King, the remake, sure, if you want to do that, live action, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I really don't have a problem with how this movie looks. I think it looks fine. It doesn't make me say, wow, I need to see this movie. But at the same time, it just makes me upset because I feel like if this was animated, like, honestly, I'm kind of interested in the story. The story seems somewhat interesting. I think my whole problem is now it's like this whole prequel thing where it's like Wicked or the Hunger Games or even Star Wars, where it's like the enemy, the good guy and the bad guy start off as like best friends, and then they like.
It's Transformers 1.
It's a popular narrative. I get it. It's a popular narrative, and I'm somewhat interested in the story, but I just don't know if I'm entirely interested in it being live action.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think you could have made it
CGI action.
you could have animated it and shown like, not to say you put like some Spider-Verse animation, but like, I don't know, like out in like where, I don't know. I don't even know specifically where the Lion King is supposed to be. Point is, I feel like through that's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming. But I don't know specifically where. I was just saying, like, I feel like
Savannah. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up actually.
Everything the light touches is their kingdom, all right, Charles? So everywhere is their kingdom.
Where does the
point is, I feel like they could have, like, obviously the first Lion King was massive, and the animation still holds up today. But I feel like they could really add some like.
But it had
really
zero cultural impact. That's what I'm saying. That's the issue. Is it just has zero cultural impact. Like none of it does.
It takes place in, and this is verbatim, the Pride Lands of Africa.
There we go.
But it's inspired by places in Kenya.
Okay. Yeah, I just said that because I wasn't entirely sure where it was supposed to be based in. I mean, I knew.
Oh,
obviously
breaking
somewhere
news.
in Africa.
Can we do breaking news? Charles? Thank you. Matt Reeves has released a statement ahead of tonight's episode of The Penguin. Quick read. I'll just skip to the bottom because basically the first two paragraphs from thanking people. We're excited to share tonight's Vision finale with you. We look forward to bringing you the next chapter of our epic crime saga in the Batman Part 2. He said basically nothing, but also I'm just hyped for Batman Part 2, so I had to do some breaking news there.
Love it.
It's pretty awesome. There was some wicked news that I forgot about, but we don't have to talk about that.
Let's just keep going with
What
the
was it?
trailers. Yep,
Well, no, hang on. I just real fast. December. Our December episodes are gonna be packed. So December 13th, Lord of the Rings, Kraven the Hunter, and Carry On, which I do want to watch Carry On because I thought that looked really good. And then the following week is Mufasa, The Lion King, and Sonic 3. And then the following week is Nosferatu, Baby Girl, and A Complete Unknown. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're cooking.
Hooray!
The next piece is Thunderbolts. So this is the last two things that Marvel kind of did at that Comic-Con. Thunderbolts and Captain America Brave New World. First, Thunderbolts. Looks pretty great. Like, I thought this looked awesome. And I was not that in on it from the beginning. This was like a big step up for me of excitement. That scene with Bucky on the motorcycle was great. Like Terminator 2, like flipping the shotgun. Pretty awesome. I'm very excited for this movie now that I've seen more of it. I think this could be the best of the year for them. And that includes Fantastic Four.
Does that include Brave New World?
Captain America, yes. I think Thunderbolts might be the best of the year for them.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Thunderbolts. I mean, it's just something completely different than, and I know we've gotten like the Suicide Squad, but for Marvel at least, this is I mean, I guess you could say Guardians of the Galaxy is probably the closest thing we've gotten to it. Just a bunch of unique characters thrown together in one movie. So I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. I will say that Sentry looked pretty cool in this. Like we got a little tease. They're definitely in Avengers Tower. So it seems like, oh man, what's her name? I'm gonna think of it. Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character, whatever her name is, bought Avengers Tower. It seems like for the Thunderbolts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see because they say that thing towards the end, like, "Oh, Val, it's Val." I thought of that faster than Jake.
Fontaine.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see why they seem like they're not trying to say we're the Thunderbolts, because obviously the name I think in the comics comes from Thunderbolt Ross, who is the president and is now Red Hulk. So I wonder why they're kind of avoiding that name. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm just kind of convinced this is going to be like, this might be the pleasant surprise of 2025. So final piece of news, final trailer, unless Mission Impossible tomorrow. But really in a few minutes for those listening to the podcast. Captain America, Brave New World. The second trailer was way better. This was a great trailer. And that poster rocks of him punching the shield. with just the thickest wrist of all time.
I think the funny thing is the poster is great. The poster is amazing. And the funny thing is, I think this is just the hating level that people have gotten to for Marvel right now.
Yeah.
The poster looks good. Poster looks good.
So
You immediately go to the comments,
Mhm.
and everyone is
Mid.
hating on the font for Brave New World.
Yeah.
They used Helvetica. What the heck? Like,
The
dude,
font.
get over yourself.
I mean, look,
So
I
lame.
get it. It's so fun to hate on Marvel, especially now. I get it. But like to hate on the font when the poster looks great, it's resembling it's like a comic accurate it's like the cover of the Hulk versus Captain America or something like
Yeah, I
Am
saw
I
that
wrong?
where it's like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. I saw that, which is sweet.
It's a cool reference. But then
Yeah.
people always find something to hate on. And I don't get it. I don't get it.
I thought
Okay.
the trailer looked great. It felt great. I also think what's cool is we got the Eternals Island, like that Tiamat or whatever his name.
Mhm.
God, I thought of that before Jake Sully too. Is like coming out of the water. We finally get some clarification on what's going on there because I think that's where they're gonna find not vibranium, but the stuff that's in Wolverine is adamantium. Damn,
Adamantium.
thought of it. Jake Sully got nothing on me. All right, Chuck, what you got?
I
No.
Okay.
No.
Here's the thing. So for the poster, I didn't really care about the font. Frankly, I wouldn't have noticed anything if I hadn't looked.
Didn't
in the
even
comments.
notice it. Yeah.
The problems I have with it is I don't think Sam Wilson could take a punch. So that's a little, and also, so is Red?
He should have got Super Soldier Serum.
He should have.
He should have got it.
He should have. Would have solved a lot of problems, but
Mhm. He might
also-
maybe in this movie because he does do that
is-
cool landing, and I feel like his bones would be shattered.
I was also thinking that there's no shot he would have been able to, unless he has like Iron Man tech, but
Or like what's the vibranium like absorbing stuff?
yeah, I don't know. But so is Red Hulk's thing as he gets angrier, he gets hotter?
Yeah,
Okay, then the sparks make sense.
he has fire.
He looked awesome.
He looked
That's
him punching the ground when he first started transforming. The fire comes out of his hand is sweet.
Harrison
only-
Ford as Red Hulk.
Come in red
Like,
now.
The last thing on my bucket list.
That's like the They Fly Now from what's Skywalker.
They fly now.
They fly now. Oh, they're red
um,
now. He's
okay,
right
the
behind you,
problem
isn't he?
The problem I had with this trailer, and I'm interested if you guys watch it again, if you'll notice it. I think the green screen is very visible. Like it's
In the
very,
final fight, yes. Where they're in
It's
that
like-
like pedal area.
I think
I
the
think
green
they're in the
screen.
mall. I think they're by the National Mall in Washington, D.C.
I think
By
the
like
green
the
screen's
reflecting
pretty
pond
cool.
and stuff.
Yeah, by the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Memorial, and that's right by the White House. It's
I will say
I agree.
this
The green
did
screen
give
does
me-
look
Yeah. It doesn't look great.
Yeah.
But I will say, besides that scene, it did look good everywhere else. And I also love the scene where he does land and all of his bones will be shattered. Like that set behind him is practical and also looks like Iron Man 3 when he like goes to that wherever that place he went to find the Mandarin. God, I'm all over it except for Jake Sully. Let's go. The Lego sets look cool. That's a bonus.
Yeah, Lego sets are sweet.
I do want the Red Hulk Lego, so I might have to indulge myself and do that.
I mean, I was like
New
obviously
Falcon looks
like
cool.
I'm still excited for Marvel movies, but I think this was like a trailer that got me really, really excited. And it kind of
Yeah,
like that feeling you got when you were younger, you'd watch the new Marvel trailer and you get super excited. I feel like that's been like very hard to come by with not like like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, like they've still came out with some great movies recently, but that feeling of just kind of pure joy from watching a Marvel trailer was awesome. And I was kind of glad I got these from both of these movies or both of these trailers.
So here's my two thoughts on the Super Soldier Serum of it all. My first thought is he might get it, and the movie as the movie goes on. Like I wouldn't be shocked, is because we saw the one guy from Falcon Winter Soldier who does have it, Isaiah Bradley.
Mhm.
God, I'm all over it. We saw Isaiah Bradley, and he does have Super Soldier Serum, like in his vein, like blood. So I wouldn't be shocked if he ended up giving this serum to Captain America. and there's like a reveal of it where Hulk punches the shield and he like, stands there like a man. I also would say if you want to show how capable the new Captain America is in comparison to Steve Rogers' Captain America, having him defeat a Hulk as just a man is a pretty great way to do it. Like if you're going to like say to the audience, this guy is just as good as Steve Rogers, which we've seen obviously Falcon for years now, but like he's never been Steve Rogers level. If he's able to do that without super soldier serum, I would say that is enough for an audience to say this guy's legit and should be Captain America.
But an audience would poke holes at it, like, "Oh, he doesn't have super soldier serum. He's not going to be able to."
The man is turned into a red Hulk. The audience can go just run away. I don't know, losers. Enjoy stuff.
I think more people would be upset to say that they yet again nerfed another Hulk if he were to defeat him just by himself. Yeah. I just think from the Hulk adaptations that we've gotten, I'm very excited for this one because I think they know how people generally feel about how Hulk was portrayed in the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
I think if they are able to get a great Hulk adaptation here, like I think everyone will be happy. So I don't know where I stand on like the one-on-one fight, but I'm excited to see if they can redeem themselves in that area though.
Here's my other thought with it too is like Sam Wilson has not had the Captain America I can do this all day moment. He hasn't had that for him. And so standing up to a Hulk as just a man, I think can be that moment.
Only if he gets smacked.
But see, like what made Steve Rogers so great was not the super soldier serum. It helped, but like Erskine said, you were a good man and you knew when to stand up to people. Like the super soldier serum just amplifies that.
It enabled
this could be that. Yeah, this could be that moment for him, where maybe he gets it afterwards. Maybe he gets the serum afterwards, right?
I just don't see the enabler.
Avengers. I don't like a man standing up to a Hulk. I think is a pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's apparently gonna be more Hulk. I think the She-Hulk returns in this movie. A couple other people, so we'll have to wait and see. But I don't know. I'm pretty pumped for this. I won't lie. I'm pretty ready to go. Is this before Thunderbolts also?
I think so.
Thunderbolts is May 2nd. Captain America is in February. So yeah. Wow, we are close to Captain America. We're like 3 months away. We made it, boys. We made it. Man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for Captain America and Thunderbolts. Also, this means we're less than 3 months away probably from getting our Fantastic Four trailer. Which that'll be a great day for the podcast.
Oh my.
All right. I think that's it for now. We will now, for the audience, it'll be no moments ending, but for us, we will come back and, we'll be back to talk about Penguin in 3. Going through time. We're time traveling in 3, 2, 1. All right, and we're back. We're back. It's time to talk Oscob, the Penguin. Before we do that, we were right. We called it. Twitter really told us, but we still called it. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Mission Impossible 8. The trailer dropped. Charlie's watching it right now. Jack, go first, baby. Go first. Drop it on us. What are your thoughts? You got nothing?
Goosebumps.
Okay.
I mean, I was walking.
Chills.
No, like that. Like I got the poster on my way to class this morning, and I'm like, all right, like we're getting the trailer today. I was not expecting it to be as early as it was. Class was literally about to start. Literally, like I want to say it was like 2 or 3 minutes before class started. And then next thing I know, the trailer pops up, and I'm like rushing to watch it before class starts. Unreal. Like so excited for this movie. It's gonna be awesome. I wasn't like over the top on the last one, but I still thought it was like amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
I'm with you. I think that for me, Fallout is the best of this franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I think I go Fallout, Ghost Protocol, then Dead Reckoning Part 1. But this looks incredible. Like, for all of us Mission Impossible heads out there, all of us Ethan Hunt stans, we got a little callback, some teases. We got, I think, is the Rabbit's Foot from Mission Impossible 3 being brought back? Like, that is awesome. We got some first looks at the submarine battle where he's definitely going to hold his breath for like a new record. But it also feels like this is the end of Ethan Hunt. Like, this feels like the end. And I know there have been rumors, people talking about, well, this is the end for now. We might revisit Ethan Hunt in a decade or something and see where he's at. But this feels like a goodbye. And I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll do without Ethan Hunt in my life. Oh man, it looks so good.
Yeah. I mean, to be completely honest, after Fallout, I thought that was going to be kind of like it, like for me, I feel like they wrapped that up in like a really good way. And I thought that his character had kind of like gotten to a point where I was kind of happy with it. But I was like,
yeah,
obviously they're saying another Mission Impossible movie is coming out. And I'm pumped for that. Specifically in the trailer, I think there was like the shot of him, and it was either Tom Cruise in the water or someone else, but just sitting at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh,
and it's just like him, and then
just
blue.
Like beautiful.
Oh,
it
was
okay. So talk about
I mean,
that. The ketchup and mustard planes.
Yep.
Gorgeous shot. Gorgeous shot.
I thought that entire trailer. The entire thing.
Wonder.
How
is he doing that? How is he doing it?
I don't know what you guys said for like the first 3 minutes, but I was watching the trailer. Never been more in.
Yeah.
That looks crazy.
So I've said it before, I've said it again. Superman is my most
I didn't want to drive to
next
California.
Year.
You guys have to watch that movie. It's from the 60s.
Yeah. Superman is my most anticipated of next year. I take it back. It's Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This is number one.
Until you see the Superman trailer. Until you see the Superman trailer.
Which breaking news? James Gunn confirmed it is completed. It's completed. He has it on his hard drive. It's ready to go. So we're gonna get that sooner rather than later. I think we might get that around Thanksgiving. I'm thinking Thanksgiving Day.
The fact that movie's just hanging out in a hard drive somewhere, it sounds wrong.
I know.
It sounds like it should be locked behind. Yeah.
I
will
know
say,
this sounds.
No, go ahead.
This sounds like stupid to say, but I feel like that trailer gave me everything I wanted to see, and I really don't want to see anything else. Is that like stupid for me to say?
I want a second trailer that is the exact same shots, but just to a different song. Just put it to a song.
Sure.
And I'm good. I'm good to go. Also, the poster is just the most we know what we have poster ever. It's just Tom Cruise. Like it's like it's like it's like telling the audience, we know you're coming. We know you're gonna be there. And they're right. They're right. I will be there. I'll be seeing it in IMAX. I'll see it 7 times. I cannot wait.
I saw something online today, and it was like, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning is just like destined to fail.
They're wrong.
And obviously, they're talking about how, Dead Reckoning Part 1, or just Dead Reckoning, whatever you want to call it, essentially, obviously was not a box office hit. But like, let me remind you, Barbie and Oppenheimer were literally there the week after?
The week after?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it had tough competition, but even at the same time, I'm all in. If I think they know this is art, like money that's just going towards art. I don't think like this return is potentially that important for this group, or for Tom Cruise, to be honest with me, with you.
And I think that they know. I mean, it made $570 million worldwide, and I think they know they basically put it in front of a freight train that was Barbie and Oppenheimer. Also, the big thing that stinks is that all of the premium screens got taken immediately by Oppenheimer. So like that is extra money for those tickets that just went nowhere. So that's why that just, struggled. But I looked at what is May 2024, and there's really nothing against this thing for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
or May 2025 movies. Like, so here, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up so we can talk about it. So beginning of May is Thunderbolts. So then the following week is nothing. The week after that is really nothing. And then the end of May is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, or obviously now The Final Reckoning, and Lilo and Stitch. And then the following week is Karate Kid. The following week is Karate Kid.
Oh man, the Karate Kid's gonna kill it.
But like those are not the same group of like what the moviegoers are. Like there's not the same people going to see that. So I think we're in a good spot. And also I think that is Jack's 1 year anniversary on the podcast, is that episode. So
Massive.
This guy rocks. Yeah.
I'm just excited because I remember when Dead Reckoning came out that I had to go see it in IMAX, or I saw it in IMAX, which was like amazing. I mean, this was like the biggest screen I've ever seen a movie on in my entire life. It was like such an awesome experience. But I literally had to go like on vacation with my family, which was super fun.
Worth it.
But at the same time, it's like I will have a cushion to now whatever is going on in my life. This movie should be in IMAX for at least a month and a half.
Yeah, no, it should be in IMAX for. I still am the belief that once a week, like once a month, they should just have Top Gun Maverick in theaters in IMAX.
Yes.
Just be like, hey, it's like a Sunday morning dad thing where it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
You know you're gonna see it. Now everyone just kind of reluctantly goes because they want to watch it again.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would do that every week.
I would love for them to re-release the Mission Impossible movies before this comes out.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And they could do like a
I feel
whole
like
thing
that'd be
where it's like
fun.
your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to sit in a movie theater for 15 hours.
That would be something.
Yeah, and I would.
I feel like it's more than
I'll be
it's
there.
got to be more than 15, right?
Well, there's been 7 of these, like 2 hours a piece. Yeah, I'd say it's probably 18 hours of total
Okay.
Ethan Hunt perfection.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I remember the first Mission Impossible movie I saw in theaters was Ghost Protocol.
I've never seen a Mission Impossible in theaters.
This guy, dude. This guy. Okay.
Hey, you're gonna
hang
get
on.
the best for last.
Hang on. What we're gonna do though is the week before there's nothing really releasing. That's our Mission Impossible episode. Pre-Dead Reckoning, or not Dead Reckoning now, it's the Final Reckoning. We do them all, and then we go into the Final Reckoning the following week.
I may.
I'm
punt
giving
on it
you
'cause I
6
just watched
months.
them.
I'm giving you 6 months to do this.
I just
got
watched them like
time.
3 months ago.
I know, but I think you gotta watch at least you gotta watch part 1 again.
To be completely honest, I feel like watching these movies, you could probably watch Ghost Protocol up until Dead Reckoning, and I feel
No,
like
you're gonna need
understand
3. The rabbit's foot is in this movie.
I know,
It's in
I
the
kn-
trailer. It's teased.
I know.
We got the knife from the first movie again. Everything in his past is coming together because now the singularity is coming after him.
And that's the problem. It's like these are good movies, but like
It's literally Tom
remembering
Cruise
every single
versus AI.
detail is crazy. Oh well, was it just me or like there was like a person like AI? There was like it was like a black figure with like a little like circle, and it was kind of
Yes,
like it looked
so
like a little
I
like
think it's rumored it's Nicholas Hoult as like a guy in a suit who the AI controls.
huh.
I don't know though, but it is insane that like
Big
this
year for
movie
Nick
looks
Holt,
like
man.
this. They're doing practical effects, like they're doing the stuff on camera in set, and it's like the enemy is AI. We know what you're saying, Tom Cruise. We get it, and it's awesome. Like I'm with you. This is the way blockbusters are meant to be done. In the same way we talked about Lord of the Rings, like last week or the week before, this is the way blockbusters should be done. Is like this. But yeah, God,
I concur.
so excited, so excited. All right, should we do what we all came for? The Penguin. All right, I'll give a little recap. The Penguin, 9.7 on IMDb, one of the best rated television episodes ever. Episode 8 was A Great or Little Thing. Truths are laid bare as Oz Cobb nears the end of his journey and his power struggle with Sophia comes to a head. I think we should just go chronological in this episode. We'll just talk about kind of scene by scene, if that works with you guys. And then we can talk about the whole show at the end.
Mhm.
So it opens up with his mother doing that, what would you call it? I guess therapy, the red light therapy that goes back and forth with the doctor and Sophia. And
Mhm.
she's remembering the time when when he was a child, talking with Rex Calabrese. And she basically tells Rex to kill him. And that is the pivotal moment that Oz always talks about as the best moment with his mom, where he didn't know that she wanted him dead. Such a great reveal. Like, such a great reveal from the show. I had a feeling she knew. Like, after, I was like, I feel like she has to know. But the way they handled it was just so much better than I expected. So good.
Yeah. And I think like you realize the gravity of the situation is like this. The episode continues on because I feel like once you get to the very ending of the episode, I feel like there's a lot more weight to that than I feel like there was in the beginning.
Yeah.
Especially after everything that unfolds. But like, no, I think I need to pull up the name of this actor, of whoever plays Oz as a kid.
Oh, Ryder Allen.
The slimy little bugger.
He was
He
awesome.
was so slimy, but yeah,
he was
he was
awesome.
great. He
He
was
was
very,
great.
very good.
And then I think the scene where he's like, Ma, I got you. Like, I missed him too. And he kind of like, I think there's like a scene, like the part where he turns away and she just like looks at him and she's just absolutely disgusted. She's like, I cannot believe this is my son. Like, this is an absolute monster.
Oh yeah, when she turns on him and just goes after him was a
I'm talking about
great moment.
Like the scene where like when he's a kid.
Oh, that was also
like,
yes.
Oh, like everything's gonna be all right. And
I think
he
what was
kind of like,
yes, I think what was so powerful about that is they chose to use the older actress instead of the younger one we were used to, because that is the one we've seen have pain in her life. With the younger actress, we just didn't really like. We kind of paused right at the moment where it would. I think it was a great choice. Just a great choice because it shows she's carrying the guilt this long. Man, the show is so good. So to fast forward a little bit, they have Oz. They got him. He's now there, confronting his mom, confronted by Sophia. He's given a choice. Mom loses a finger or admit what you did. And he won't admit it. He refuses. Even when he knows that she knows, he still won't admit it. So good.
It's crazy.
That's the moment Sophia quit. Like, she quit.
Because she starts going at him and she realizes the pain he's suffering from, her saying the words that she's saying to him is far beyond anything that she could do to him.
Oh, yeah. And I think she also knows that, like, yes, she may be smarter. She has more resources. She, like, 9 out of 10 times she wins this fight. But he cares way more than she ever would. He will go to the ends of the earth with no resources, nothing. And she just doesn't have the heart in the fight like he does. And I think in that moment she realizes, like, this is not what I want. Like, I don't have this level of passion. And she's got to go. And she wants out immediately. Like, she's like, I'm done. Which was, man, so good.
What got me is when she gets up out of the chair and she comes at him with the bottle and stabs him in the lower abdomen.
Yeah, so it absorbed it.
I mean, maybe it was just me, but for a minute I was kind of like, is there a chance like Oz maybe dies in this show? Like,
I know. I was thinking, I was like,
that's like she probably missed some serious. I mean, she probably got lucky missing some serious spots down. I mean, there's got to be some serious organs or something going on down there. Like, I don't know, but that was nasty.
So then the next thing was really that Oz escapes and goes to the hospital and finally gets a hold of Vic. And Vic gets the families together to try to go find Oz. And Vic steps out of line and he, does that speech about, we need to go find him. This is why we're all number twos. Like, this is why you guys are, pushed down by the Maronis and the Falcones. Like, this is the reason, because you all betray each other the second stuff gets hard. And then he, steps out of line and he needs Link to kind of step in for him to save him a little bit. And that was a great moment for Vic. I thought, at least. Like, that was the moment where he became a leader. And also sealed his fate.
Short-lived leader.
Like, yeah. But that sealed his fate right there. Like, that is... Because Oz obviously wasn't there, right? But that moment got back to Oz or something else. Or at least he saw the potential in that happening. And Oz can't have a guy like that around.
I don't know if that was it for me.
I thought that was the moment he sealed his fate. That was my moment where I was like, he's done.
Okay. I guess we'll hop to that later. We'll hop to that
Yeah,
later,
we'll get there when we get there.
I don't want to jump the gun.
So then we kind of move on, and next thing really was Oz and the Congressman, right? Was that kind of the next big beat of this episode?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
All right.
And then, so Oz talks to Congressman. Now there's a big rumor online right now that all of the background, I don't know what you'd call it, like pillars or something, have curtains on them shaped like owls. So everyone's like, oh, it's the Court of Owls. It's the Court of Owls. That'd be a great tease. I don't know. Like, I'm not wearing, if that's the tease, that's a very small but cool tease, I guess. But then he has the conversation about he wants to be more powerful when it comes to the rich of Gotham. He has the people, the average everyday people, which he earned by being just kind of a good man to those people. Like, he gave them jobs. Yes, they were running drugs, but he still gave them jobs and like dignity. But now he wants to get in that upper echelon, and he's told to dress better, which I thought was great. And we get a little look at that towards the end. But for me, this was the moment he became the Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
From Oz Cobb to the Penguin was this choice right here. And it was a great scene.
This like immediately gave me flashbacks to the Batman, the second the Penguin with Danny DeVito.
Oh, yeah, the
where
Batman
he becomes mayor.
Batman Returns.
Yes, Batman Returns, where the Penguin becomes mayor. Or he almost becomes, he almost become mayor?
I think he becomes mayor-elect, and then before he becomes like in the office.
Okay, gotcha. But obviously him sitting there in the chair with the nameplate, I don't know, those were the vibes I was getting. Or at least that's what it kind of like brought me back to. It was so crazy to see him flip all of this, just spit it out and throw it against everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And how easy it was. Because he's like, oh yeah, like I wasn't involved with any of this. It was the Falcones and the Maronis. Like, I didn't do anything. I mean, you'll find his dead body under the rubble. Like, it's just crazy that he just has this.
He played him perfectly.
He spits it out.
Yes. Yeah. We've said it before. He is the great improviser. He works so much better when he's making it up as he goes along, which is why I'm interested to see kind of now he's in charge, how it's going to go. I think it'll be successful, but I just feel like he does better when he's on his back foot.
Yeah, he really does get out of everything.
Yeah, he does. He just survives.
Yeah.
Which is honestly the best. So then the next beat, I guess, would be he gets taken by Link. Link takes him, and he gets confronted by Sophia, and the number 2s rise up. And I
think we skipped a beat.
Did we skip a beat? Which one did we skip?
Sophia burning the house.
That's right. Sophia, the cleansing ability of fire burns the house. She's done. She wants out.
I loved it.
She said she wants out. I thought that was a great. Yes, it's her moving on. Well, at least she tried to.
Yeah.
But she does feel this, like, the weight off of her shoulders of being a part of that family, because she's not anymore. She's a gigante. So, but then she gets some family later on, which we'll touch on. Okay, so yeah, now they got Oz. and the number 2s rise up. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen Muppets Most Wanted. There's a great song in there about the number 2s and number 1. I just thought about that when I was watching this episode. But anyway, the number 2s rise up. And I thought that was a perfect scene that also, came to pass later on when Oz realizes his number 2 might rise up in Vic. So that was, at least that was like the scene earlier with Vic, and then that was like my 2 where I'm like, Vic's not making it through this episode. But then Oz goes on the one last drive with Sophia, one time for, old sake. And I loved the dialogue here of, you're going to hell. And she interprets it, obviously, as the more literal sense of, I'll save you a seat. And he sends her back to Arkham. Oh, that is worse. That is worse. It's so much worse.
It's so much worse.
I couldn't even imagine.
I mean, that entire sequence where she just sits there, takes her breath. And even for a second there, I'm thinking he's going to pull the trigger. I'm like, all right, well, I guess this is it for her.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with how expendable we feel like most of the people in the show are, just because we know they're not going to include everyone in the Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
I feel like the initial instinct is, all right, well, she's done. But for him to just send her to Arkham is just, I mean, this guy does suck. I mean, this
what a concept
unreal.
To make a villain show where he stays a villain and he becomes a worse villain. Like, it's insane that this gets it so right, and Sony is making Kraven like a anti-hero, or Venom was an anti-hero. It's like, make them evil people. Yeah. We enjoy watching evil people. Yes, we hate them, but like, it's entertaining. You don't have to make them like good guys.
And to be completely honest, I think some of the best comic book projects that we've gotten are when the villains win.
Yes,
I mean, for example,
I would agree.
The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. Mm-hmm. Batman does not win at all. Sure, Infinity a couple War. People are alive. Infinity War.
The Joker.
They win. I mean, look, I'm just saying some of the
Remember,
best
there
projects.
Was no Joker. That's what we learned. There was no Joker.
First Joker.
I'm sorry, I don't know a Joker. I just know Arthur Fleck.
I think you can give us a compelling story and make it real, and the hero doesn't win, and that's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I also, I think when the heroes lose, it's a good thing. Like, it sets them up as there's stakes there. Like, that's like the best ones is where they lose something. They don't have to lose the battle, but like, even, hate being that guy, but look at the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. He wins every time against the villain. He loses something every single time. Whether in the first movie he walks away from Mary Jane, he loses Uncle Ben. Second movie, we don't have to go into Raimi trilogy, which is so good, but they lose something. Oz loses something here. And he wins, and you hate him for it. It's so good. And I think that after, man, I dare to say my favorite scene from the entire show is when Oz finds out his mother is brain dead, basically. And he's begging her to say that she's proud of him. I think that is the best scene in this entire show.
This is also after she stabbed him and said that she hated him.
Oh, yeah. Like, it is
unreal.
His love for her is, I guess, impossible to waver. And that's what makes
he even
it
lies
so
to
much more
Vic.
interesting. Yeah.
He lies to Vic on how she gets hurt.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't
right
even
to his
say,
face.
Oh, my mom stabbed me. He says Sophia.
No, because he doesn't want even Vic to look at her in a negative light.
Exactly.
And I think that's even more interesting, where Oz made a promise to her. If she ever got to that point, he would take her out. And he breaks that promise. He shows her the penthouse view he always promised her, and she's just got to sit there. And I think it's implied, at least she in her mind knows what's going on a little bit because the tear.
Mm-hmm.
That is awful. That is
Yeah.
awful that she has to just sit there. Oh,
And dare I say she's kind of, to a certain extent, kind of like,
Oh.
for what she's done, she's somewhat like, I don't know, maybe I'm going a little bit too far with this, but like she's kind of like she's imprisoned for the decisions that she's made in the past, and she cannot leave.
oh yeah,
There's
she's in
nowhere
her own version
she
of
is-
Arkham. It's just in her
She
mind.
is stuck with him.
Yeah,
she
This is what
hates
you
him.
always wanted, Ma.
I promised you, Ma.
This is what
He
you always
promised it to
wanted.
her, but is that what she really wanted? I think
No.
she wanted her 2 boys. That's what she
Wanted her
wanted.
2 boys.
I also think that I'm willing to say it. I think she did love them more than Oz.
Oh, she definitely
Like from
Oh, 100%.
yeah, like from the jump. Like, and Oz knew that. Oz for sure knew that.
I mean, like, the Rizzler meme could not be more accurate that you sent in the group chat.
Oh yeah.
Oz watching his brothers get more attention from Mother, and he's just
Yeah.
like,
We need to let's talk about Vic. The ending of Vic. That we knew it was okay. We've been saying this for like 5 weeks. Vic's not making on this show. What an ending it was, though. What an ending.
I gotta give it to him. I was like prepping myself so hard for this
Mhm.
prior to this episode. I was like, Vic is done. I need to like let go of all my attachments. Like I like basically everyone besides Oz. I'm like, all right, like I'm ready for them to be gone. And the scene where they're having the heart to heart, was sitting exactly where I am right now. And he says that you're like family. And I'm like, this is beautiful. And that's where they got me. And then he started choking him out. And I was so close to throwing my screen at my wall. I was so pissed. Like I knew it was coming, but like how they set it up, it was like a slap in the face. And I was, oh my gosh. I was so
was
close
so
to
good.
crying. I was about to just like bawl my eyes out. I was that frustrated. I was so pissed.
It was because the other thing too is it was just them. Like there wasn't like anything really going on. Like there wasn't a lot of excitement. It was just the sound of Vic dying, and like that
And
in
he's
and of
like-
itself. Yeah.
And he was like begging him too.
Yes. And he was
So
excited for the
sad.
future with them together. Like Vic could have got on that bus and been in California, but he stayed. He saved Oz so many times. And I think also Oz's sentiment there is like family makes you weak is still a crazy take because his mom is sitting in his apartment. Like, I'd
Well,
be
I
more
think-
behind it.
See, to your
Ugh.
statement earlier where you said that he thought he could rise up to take his spot. I don't know
still
if I
think that.
necessarily agree with that. I don't think he saw him as that big of a risk. I just think he saw him as like somebody could use Vic to take advantage of him. And he'd rather just cut him off now and say, you know what, I'm done. You can't get the best of me. I
See,
think
but
he is
then I think he would have killed his mom.
No, he's disloyal to everyone else besides his mom.
I'm with Jack.
And
I think I'm with Jack on this one.
And I think the ending, it just shows he's so messed up. Like the ending was just like, I'm like, this guy is like Homelander on
And then he
steroids.
took his cash.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
Taking the cash
Dude.
is crazy.
and this guy had
So
the audacity to throw his ID in the river. I'm like, dude,
Yeah, that was crazy.
Taking his cash.
Taking his cash is a wild move.
That's heinous.
I think the most unreal thing about all of this is that we all saw this coming like a mile away.
Yes.
I think like
Yes.
episode 2, episode 3, we're like, man, we really like this Vic guy. Vic rocks. But then as the
Goodbye,
season
Vic.
goes on, we're like, Vic's not making it out. We knew this was coming, but it still hurt like a bitch. Like it just sucked so bad to see him go. And that just shows how good this show is. I mean, this show is phenomenal. For us to even like get a sense that he was going to be gone, but for his goodbye to still hurt that much, just like,
Yeah, no, this show is like it's up there with Daredevil as the best, like one of the best comic book shows. But I would even argue it's one of the better one season shows ever. Like it is in that conversation of miniseries that deserve all of the credit in the world. The acting, like just the production, writing, everything is incredible. Oh, dude, watching him transform. I've seen like the makeup chair video like 10 times. There's a point in it where like it switches to a different person. I swear to God, like I don't know how they do it. Like I'm watching them put the fake nose on, and they pull their hands away, and it's a new man. I just don't get how that works. But it is so good. And I also will say that this is how you should do an interconnected universe. Like watching this, and then I hate to be this guy, but watching something like Agatha, the quality difference and the interconnected difference is insane. Of just the ability where this matters so much. Yet, if you didn't watch it and you go into the Batman Part 2 and the Penguin is running stuff, are you really that confused? Like you're not missing a whole lot when it comes to Batman's story. Yes, you're missing a whole bunch when it comes to Oz's story. But in the grand scheme, it's not. And I think that is the way you do this. You make it worth watching the show, but if you did skip it, the overall story is intact. And that is what's so good about this show, I think. Man, it's so good. Also, the bat symbol showing up is just, come on.
Mm-hmm.
What, like,
yeah,
pumped. We got to get to 2026. We got to make it there.
That was like truly like when the bat signal showed up, like I was so frustrated, and I'm like, this guy is so messed up. Like I saw her in the dress.
Stinks.
I'm like, this is taking another like
that.
Obviously, we knew this guy had some problems.
I'm proud of you, Oz. Was it crazy?
Tell me you love me. And then it zooms out and it shows the bats. Dude, I was like,
nothing can get in your way, Oz.
This was just an experience. I'm so glad I watched it like when it came out, because I think if I woke up today and watched it at like 4:00, I don't know. I just think to have that experience and then immediately go to social media and just see everyone else just like
freaking out about it and seeing reactions and stuff. I don't know. It's fun too, because I don't know if I've had a show like this where I've really cared about it as much as I have with this show. And it's came out like, and I've watched it as it's come out, you know? Yeah. So it's been, I don't know, it's just been so much fun to watch this show. I'm beyond excited for the Batman Part 2. Like it is. But you know what this did though? My expectations are now high expectations of the Batman Part 2. But next week we have Dune Prophecy. Dune heads out there. Get ready. Your time.
Not getting good reviews.
I heard it's not amazing, but
I will be watching the first episode for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune in.
I mean, it's on Max.
Yeah, the one to watch. It's the one to watch. Chuck has to watch the first episode just because he hasn't read any of those books, so he'll be in. He'll be
Chuck.
His opinion
I want to know. I want to know what it was like watching the final 3 episodes just back to back to back.
Yeah.
What was
Dude,
that
if I'm
like?
being honest, I don't think I kind of regret it. It wasn't quite as impactful to me as it was for you guys, and I think it's because I didn't have the time to let each episode sit, and I didn't really have the time to really think about what happened and what I thought was going to happen, which does kind of bum me out. Like some of the things you guys were saying over the past 15-20 minutes, I just didn't really like I didn't feel it to the extent that you guys did, and I think it's because I did a back-to-back-to-back. If that makes sense.
No, I agree, and I think in the same way that I said Agatha all along is better as a streaming show, where you should binge it. This is better as weekly television. This is more impactful when you give it some time to breathe. And I guess that did impact your viewing experience.
Yeah.
And I feel like these episodes had some crazy like cliffhangers, or they just ended on a note where you're like, I need more. Like you can't end it there. Like you gotta feed me more. I don't know.
So good. No, it's so good.
I think I'm a bigger fan of like the weekly releases as opposed to the mass release.
I am as well.
I feel like the viewing experience just is a lot better, in my humble opinion.
No, I agree. So anything else on this before I give some last pieces of news and we'll wrap up here? Nope. Oh wow. All right. Last piece of news. Matt Reeves and Colin Farrell talked about the Penguin's future. The Penguin is in the Batman Part 2. 5 to 6 scenes so far that Colin Farrell knows he's going to be in. He's already signed on for the Batman Part 3. Exciting. Kind of confirmation of that movie. We all knew it was coming, but like still confirmation. They are talking about they're having early talks about a potential season 2 of the Penguin. I would be willing to say it's going to be a different show that could feature Penguin. That is my prediction. And I have nothing else to like put onto that. I'm just predicting that. I don't think they're going to touch the Penguin again as like a show. You just think you're going to leave it?
I think I'm cool with them leaving it. And
I
think this was a great, especially with how long it's been, or how like when the Batman came out, and obviously like, I mean, it's what, 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 5 years, like obviously like take your time, make a good product. That's all that matters. But like after seeing this show, it's only made me more excited for the Batman Part 2.
Can I,
and like this is what a show's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you more excited for what's to come. Like that's what it's supposed to do, which I think Marvel has done it's made it really hard to do that when the shows there's just a billion of them. So I don't want DC to fall in that same gap or
can I give you a prediction? Not a prediction. I'll give you a pitch.
Yes.
Instead of a season 2 of the Penguin, in between the Batman Part 2 and 3, here's my pitch. So we learned in the Penguin that Bella Real is making a task force to take down gangs and, the scum of Gotham. That task force is led by Harvey Dent. In the Batman Part 2, we see Harvey Dent be the White Knight of Gotham. My pitch is that a season 2 of the Penguin is a Harvey Dent show, where it slowly watches him go from the White Knight of Gotham to being corrupted by Gotham. Gotham takes this good man and breaks him. So by the end, he is Two-Face. That's just my pitch. I think that'd be a sweet show.
I'm all for it. I think I would like to see maybe another character. Like I saw something similar saying like we might get a Joker TV series.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that might not be happening.
It's credible. I don't know if that's a credible source or not.
They were talking about an Arkham show too, where it's like just Arkham Asylum, which this Arkham Asylum I'll take all day.
I mean, I think like what they did with the Penguin is unreal, because to be honest, the Danny DeVito Penguin is like such a goofball. Like this is hands down the best Penguin we've ever seen. And I think to top this, it's going to be so hard to do that. Like make another villain or another Batman villain what they've done with Penguin. I mean, like what they did with the Riddler. I mean, holy cow, like Jim Carrey's Riddler, like love Jim Carrey. But it's like that was such a grounded approach that was absolutely terrifying. Obviously, the whole streaming stuff was pretty funny. But
I'd take Scarecrow. Scarecrow, I think, would be really cool. We've got a lot of Arkham with no Scarecrow.
Yeah. I even think the Nolan Scarecrow. I think it's like it was a great start, but I think there's like a lot more you could do with that character.
All right, Chuck is getting out because he has to get up early in the morning.
Sorry,
But no,
fellas.
I'm with you. No, it's all good. I think we're gonna wrap up anyway. So that was The Penguin. The Penguin is incredible. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing, and also why would you listen to this whole thing where we're spoiling it? But please watch it. It is so good. But that's it. Next week we have Red One. We'll have a new special holiday background, new intro, new outro. We're moving up in the world. All right. Episode 45 is the turning point for the podcast. We become professionals. But yeah, we'll see you next week. We'll talk. No, we won't. 2 weeks we'll talk Dune Prophecy episode 1. But yeah, see you next week. Enjoy. Hope you listen on Tuesdays, but peace out. Have a good one.